Hey, and welcome to Unlearning Stress, the podcast where we break the rules and cycles that keep you overcommitted, overstretched, and just plain exhausted, and replace them with something better. No fluff, no guilt, just real talk, real solutions, and expert insights to help you shift the way you live. Whether you're here for the first time or you've been with me for a while, you're in the right place. I'm Michelle O'Neill, your resident emotional wellness coach, and I'm here to help you unlearn the patterns that are wearing you down so you can live with more ease, clarity, and control. Let's get to it. If you're confident in your ability to do things, if you know you're smart enough to learn, to adapt, or figure it out, then the fear using isn't, will I fail? Because high capacity women don't look at challenges as failure. They see them as growth, as creativity, as opportunities to problem solve, innovate, get scrappy, or try something new, right? And honestly, we thrive in those spaces. That's when our mind lights up. That's when we activate. So, no, the fear isn't really failure. Don't fool yourself. But the moment that you start building something real, the moment you start gaining traction, you start to hear this other whisper. Can I keep this up? That's the real fear. Because as success builds, so do expectations. At some point, you start to wonder what happens when I run out? What happens if I can't sustain this pace, this visibility, this energy, this weight? And it's not about capability, it's about capacity. It's not, can I do it? It's, can I keep doing it? And then you ask yourself, what happens to me and to the people depending on me if I can't? Look, here's where it starts to twist quietly, but deeply. Because you like being fast on your feet. You love solving problems. It's fun for you to walk into a room and know if no one else know what to do. Ooh, I will. You thrive on that kind of creativity, the adaptability, the energy of pulling together something that no one else saw coming. And then something shifts. You start to wonder, how long can I keep this up? How long before I don't have any answer? How long before the creativity runs out or dries up? How long before the pressure outpaces my capacity? And the worst part is, you don't feel like you're allowed to say any of that out loud because people count on you to be that girl, the one who figures it out, the one who always delivers. So, what used to be so fun, what used to light you up, it starts to feel like drudgery, like pressure, like performance that you're not sure that you can keep pulling it off. You're not just wondering if you can stay excellent. You're wondering if you'll be punished for the moment that you're not, that moment that you're not excellent. And that's when the joy starts to leak out because now you're not being creative, you're being cornered. You ever get what you ask for and then realize that, this ain't what I thought it would be? I laugh sometimes and think to myself, be careful what you ask for. How many times have you heard that? But really, it's much deeper than that because a lot of times we chase a version of success based on how it looks, not how it is, what it seems to offer from the outside. You watch someone else win, right? And you see their audience, their revenue, their impact, their rhythm, and you think they are magnificent. They're doing great. They are so successful. And you think, that, that right there, I want that. But here's what I've learned. If you don't ask about the story behind their success, you'll start pursuing something that was never meant for your nervous system. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they did to get what they have now. You don't know the cost or the price that they paid or the pain that they went through. And when you finally get there, you may find out that it costs more than you thought. It asks more than you want to give. It becomes something that you no longer feel aligned with. And that's where the shame actually starts to creep in. Because now what? Now you've told people this is who you are. This is what's important to me. This is how I am. Now they're counting on you to keep delivering it. And you start to wonder, is it too late for me to change? Because I'm not feeling this. But here's what I know, we're adapters. We're pivoters by nature. We are brilliant at refining, at evolving, at reshaping what we offer based on what we've learned. And for me, my business has gone through several iterations. Each version taught me not just what I love, but what I don't. It helped me grow. It taught me who I was. It taught me what was important to me. And that's not flaky, that's refinement, that's discernment. Because when you stay in something that you've outgrown, you're not just doing yourself a disservice, you're doing a disservice to the people that you think that you're helping. If your heart ain't in it, if your alignment isn't there, you're robbing them of someone else who is. Success, honestly, oh, I hate that word. Not because it doesn't mean anything, but because it means too many things to too many people. And for me, it's not about metrics or visibility or winning. It's about being in alignment. It's about being invested. It's about feeling like I'm living on purpose. And I say that both ways. I'm doing this on purpose. It's intentional. It's my intention and it's what I want to do. But I'm also doing this in purpose. And what that is it aligns with my calling, what I'm supposed to do, with who I am. And that's the only definition that matters to me now. And to stay in that alignment, I've learned something very critical, and I'm going to share it with you right now. You have to know when to let go, not from burnout, not from fear, but from discernment. That's why I believe in quarterly evaluations. And I don't just mean numbers or strategies, I mean heart level clarity. Is this still aligned? Is it reaching people the way I hoped? Is there any fruit in this season? You hear those? Those are hard hitting questions and one that we must answer in order to have heart level clarity. Now, hear me out. Every season won't bring a full harvest. So just because you're not having the harvest that you want or you think you should have or you're dreaming about does not mean that you're not on task. But if there is no movement, no shift, no response or connection at all, it's time to pause and ask yourself, have I done what I was supposed to do? Not just what's popular, not just what's visible, not just what you want or you feel like doing, but what you knew you were supposed to follow through on. Did you do it? Did you do it to the letter, to the T, every aspect of it? And if the answer is no, then it's not time to quit. It's time to recommit. But if the answer is yes, If you know you've done your part and still the desire is gone, then this is your permission. You can walk away. You can let it go, not because you failed, but because your desire is no longer strong enough to sustain it. And that's the difference between emotional wisdom and ego attachment. So here's what I want you to do the next time the pressure rises. And it does. When your momentum feels like a trap, when you're asking yourself, can I keep this up? Or worse, do I even want to keep this up? Don't push. Don't spin. Don't fake it for the people. And don't fake it to make it. Instead, move all ego aside and be brutally honest with yourself. Forget what people may think. Forget the version of you they expect. Forget the performance. Ask yourself without filters and without fear, is this still aligned? Is this still what I want? Am I showing up because I believe in what I'm doing and how I'm helping others, or because I'm afraid to disappoint? You might not like the answer, and you might not even like who you are in that moment because it hurts. But that's okay, because that is the version of you worth loving, the honest one, the one who's still listening to herself, the one who's willing to pivot, refine, and return. And once you tell yourself the truth, then you get to decide what needs to change so that you can love that girl again. That's what real sustainable success looks like to me. So, success without sustainability is a trap. Success without desire is a prison. That's why it's so important to do your quarterly evaluation, not for statistics, but for a heart check, an honest heart level clarity check. And so I hope this hit hard and this hit home. And until next time, I can't wait to hear what you found out during your next quarterly check. Hey, we just started a quarter, so you can do it now, right? Until next time, take care. Bye bye. If this episode hits home, don't just push it aside, lean into it. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next, and connect with me on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack, where we go even deeper. Links will be in the comments. And if you're ready to start unlearning the patterns that keep you stuck, keep listening, because real change happens one choice at a time. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.